Hi, I'm Jay Rodne, your state representative from the 5th District. Thanks for joining me from the House of Representatives here in Olympia. The 60-day legislative session is now in its 4th week. Lawmakers are working on addressing such issues as the state budget, the economy, education, and public safety. The backdrop for these efforts is a state budget shortfall estimated at $2.6 billion. The unsustainability of our state's budget threatens the long-term financial stability of our state and the future of generations of Washingtonians. I think there are two fundamental ways to address this problem. The first is to bring state spending in line with revenues to create a sustainable budget. The second option is raising taxes. My concern is that the governor and a majority here in Olympia are signaling they want to use federal bailout dollars and possibly raise taxes as a way to solve our current budget deficit. This short-term Band-Aid approach would do nothing to address the fundamental unsustainability of our state's budget or the flawed budgeting process that is currently in place. As I've stated many times previously, I am firmly against raising taxes. Just as families and businesses across the state have had to tighten their belt during these tough economic times, I believe the state must do the same thing and reduce spending. There's no question the recession has impacted our budget, but we cannot overlook how much state spending has increased over the last 5 years and how much state government has grown in this time. The problem is state government has become too expansive and expensive in good economic times, and we are now dealing with the aftermath of these decisions and growth in government. It's time for our state to set priorities and fully fund them. When it comes to priorities of government, I believe in education first, followed closely by public safety and the protection of our most vulnerable citizens. State government must adopt a priorities-based budgeting process that focuses on core government services. We must realign government services, cut state spending, and create a conducive environment for private sector job growth. In order to create a sustainable budget, the first thing we need to do is take tax increases off the table. I fundamentally believe that the state cannot tax its way out of this recession. The pathway forward must be job creation and economic growth in the private sector. By raising taxes and taking more money from people and employers, this would threaten our economy and our recovery, and this would negatively impact our state budget. Additionally, we must look for ways to reinvent state government. Our budget challenges offer us a unique opportunity to change the way we deliver programs and services and save money. For example, why is Washington one of a few states that have a state-run monopoly on its workers' compensation system? And why does our state have to run liquor stores? We could save hundreds of millions of dollars by privatizing liquor sales and by allowing private sector competition with the state-run workers' compensation monopoly. Our state should be focusing its resources on priorities like education, not running an insurance company and liquor stores. These are just a few of the ideas in which state government could realign and reprioritize to achieve significant savings, as opposed to resorting to tax increases. As I mentioned before, our state's recovery depends on job growth and strengthening our economy. The state can help to create this environment by cutting spending, adopting a sustainable budget, and not raising taxes, which would only hurt families and small businesses. To get our economy back on track, I'm supporting a Made in Washington plan that would create jobs through regulatory relief, business incentives, and a common sense transportation policy to get goods and services moving again in Washington. I look forward to sharing with you more about this plan in my next update. Unfortunately, that's all the time I have with you today. I'd just like to say again that it is an honor for me to serve as your state representative. Please contact my office if you ever need any help or have any questions. My contact information will be provided below. Again, I'm your state representative, Jay Rodne. Take care and have a great day. Thanks.